Hello everyone, I am Leonardo Oliveira. I am a student of the English language major at the Universidad de Quintana Roo, and in this video I'm going to share with you the development of my teaching practice part 2. Here we go. SWOT analysis. Number 1, threats. I tend to be very confident at times, and that in a certain way, it is not so bad. However, if planning, creating, and carry out future classes can be a negative factor in that appearance. Number 2, strengths. I tend to be positive in any situation or circumstance. Likewise, I hope the best for anything, taking into account and being aware that each task that I have to doing is at my own risk. Number 3, weaknesses. I lack creativity, which is something that would greatly favor me at the moment of creation and development of activities, as well as during the classes. On the other hand, I firmly believe that it is something I can work on so that I I can obtain better performance both as a teacher and as a student. Number 4, opportunities. The same confidence and positive attitude that I possess will allow me to be able to achieve my goals and function in the best way, straining those weaknesses, avoiding threats, and turning them into opportunities. KWL chart. What I know. Children learn by actively doing, which help them make sense of their environment. Social environment is a major source of learning and development. What I want to know. The attention time of young learners is shorter than the others. And that way, it is essential to learn how to make the most of that short attention span. I tend to learn strategies to have a good handling of adverse situations, but bad attitudes or worse behaviors. What I learned. As the child progresses, action is internalized or carried out mentally in the imagination. This is the way thinking develops. When children start to learn new concepts, they need in-depth social interaction. Well, in this part two, I had the opportunity to start at basic level, specifically in secondary level, secondary school. The name of the school is Hidalgo. I taught to a group of third grade, which have a one level of English, and the class size is around 50 minutes. School background. It is a private school located in the city of Chetumal. All students wear white shirt, and due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the classes are conducted online. About the students' description, generally are motivated to this time of the day because it's the last time of classes. Teacher in charge of them told us that they don't participate willingly, and we needed to create or maintain the order and to name them to make a read or participate. Development during classes. At this level, my partner and I had the opportunity to give 4 classes each. My first class did not go as well as I expected. However, the teacher provided us with feedback, useful and appropriate advice, which was of great help to be able to plan and create classes with materials and content suitable for them. In that way, in the following classes, I can maintain the pace and a good management. The classes that I managed to carry out were of different perspectives, since even though the majority were the same students who participate, and that is the base of the class, developed in many ways, sometimes dynamic and fun, and sometimes serious, practical, and consistent. Obviously, keeping the students attracted and encouraging participation in such a way as to get to know the group better in terms of the level of language they possess and interperson. As a final reflection of this great experience, I can say that teaching is a very difficult process that implies continuing to learn in the process, whether even being a teacher or a student. It is important to take into account that there are many factors that affect this complex and expensive process. However, we must maintain a positive attitude and always to be willing to learn, even from whom will is expected. It's important to mention that technology is an effective tool that can make education more meaningful and engaging for teachers and students alike. Finally, I must say, or I must define this experience with only one word, which is grateful. With that word, I would define this great experience as I mentioned before. Uh, why I repeat this? Because for me, it's very important. Um, from the beginning in the academic unit, they gave us their support and advice. They also made us aware of the situation in which this institution is in terms of current management of the classes. This for me is a starting point to be able to say that it was a great experience. That is why. I never imagined that my teaching practices will be virtual. Seriously, this allowed me to develop skills that I didn't have. Also, to realize that weaknesses that I have. Um, Despite all the inconveniences that could arise, I can say that I am satisfied with the results obtained, since we managed to carry out a good management of the classes, implementing all the knowledge learned throughout the career. And that's it. Thank you for your attention.